So the Rouse Simmons was the first ship to be the Christmas ship with Captain Santa. And Captain Santa was very generous. When he'd bring Christmas trees, he was originally trying to sell them, but then when he would see needy families, he would want to give those trees to him. So we remember the Rouse Simmons because of the generosity of Captain Santa.
The tradition started in the 1880s, but has been with the U.S. Coast Guard Cutter Mackinac for 25 years. They are hoping that this tradition stays for years to come.
Christmas tree ship is one of the most magical traditions in Chicago. This year we have 1,200 Christmas trees, and we sail them from Sheboygan, Michigan to Chicago, Illinois to give them to deserving families who might not be able to purchase a Christmas tree.
The event used to just involve the Coast Guard, but now they've gotten the community involved, with over 100 students participating this year.
Sheboygan is a Coast Guard city. They truly wrap their arms around us and are so excited that we're here in Sheboygan, a very small town, but a very important one. So it's important to have the high schoolers here because they see that the work we're doing and we can truly build that bond with the public and the Coast Guard.
The line of students began from the truck all the way aboard the ship, where a pile of trees was made. Nolan Schley is the quarterback of Sheboygan High School football team. He was one of the students participating in the event.
We have a bunch of trees in the truck. I've been in back of the truck most of the time, grabbing all of them off and pulling them down and handing, doing a lot of the first part, pulling the trees out.
Nolan says it's an experience he'll never forget.
It's always good to help out your hometown, especially with just, you feel like you're doing something good for your own hometown.
The ship is to set sail on Saturday, and the whole community is welcome to watch the departure at 10 a.m. from the Sheboygan County Marina. In Sheboygan, Megan Huiskens, 9 and 10 News.
We have a garden at the back of the elementary school where the students raised all of the produces all summer long, and now we have cooking classes. We made salsa a few weeks ago. We give it to the shut-ins. Monday of this week, we made applesauce. It goes to the shut-ins.
With more than 28 different year-round programs, from guitar lessons to babysitting, the students who participate in the programs are learning several skills.
It's all with our hands, chopping and really the raw things that Grandma taught us, our mothers taught us.
The initiative would not be as successful as it is without support from the community.
We have donors, we have sponsors. This village of Bel Air and Central Lake and Mansalona, they have adopted us. They love us, and they're supporting us, and the parents are supporting us in any way that they can. And I have marvelous volunteers.
The Bel Air Youth Initiative teaches students to not only have fun, but to also learn life skills like self-defense.
The martial arts program has a lot of different activities, inside of it. We've learned a lot of different skills. We've learned takedowns, we've learned how to get out of certain moves and how to put someone else in a different move.
For volunteer martial arts instructor Ryan, he is seeing the impact on the students.
I see the confidence rising a bit, and they are learning techniques really quickly. It's pretty neat to see.
For martial arts student Kendra, she has a message for kids who are considering joining.
It's really fun. You meet a lot of cool people, and it's really interesting, and it teaches you special skills that you'll use later in life.
The Bel Air Youth Initiative is open to any students in the area. In Antrim County, Megan Huiskens, 9 and 10 News. 4 high school seniors were enjoying their evening on the beach. They planned to walk a pier when a man's friend approached them to save his friend's life.
And we're all good swimmers, so I don't really see no reason for us not to go in and get the guy. And then we were all kind of in the same spot trying to use the floaty, and we couldn't really see much because the waves.
As the first 3 went in, another grabbing a life preserver. They battled the high waves that Mother Nature was serving. The boys had to work together to make sure they stayed above water.
They're probably about 3 to 4, 5 feet, and it was just one after another, and it was 2 steps forward, big wave, pick us up, bring us right back to where we started again.
Luckily, the boys were able to hold on until the Coast Guard arrived, as one of them was bear hugging the man to keep him from going under.
He was unresponsive, nothing. You could hear the screams of the Coast Guard. Come on, stay with me, man, come on. And you could hear the pumps on his chest as they are trying to resuscitate him.
As the boys headed for shore, they had one thing on their mind, and that was to know if the man was saved. Today during school, one of their moms messaged them, all letting them know the man was saved.
And we were like, oh man, this amazing. It was just instantly that weight was lifted off her chest. We didn't have to really worry about anything.
Now, as they reflect with relief, they also want others to know battling with Mother Nature is not easy.
You might think you are a good swimmer, but with these wild waters, you never fully are. And so always take an account of that. And if something happens like what happened yesterday, don't be like us. Call for professionals first.
Do you guys feel the way that you kind of beat Mother Nature yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
In Ludington, Megan Huiskens, 9 and 10 News.
Perfect weather for the roughly 30,000 people in the Straits of Mackinac for the annual Labor Day Bridge Walk. 9 and 10's Megan Huiskens was on the Mighty Mac talking to those taking part in the yearly tradition.
We're at the south side of the Mackinac Bridge at the Labor Day Bridge Walk. We've been able to talk to runners and walkers and even Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist.
Everybody's joyful to celebrate it. You'll see the sunrise in a way that you've never seen a sunrise before. You know, seeing two great lakes come together, just an amazing scene of natural beauty.
The tradition started back in 1959 and only 68 people walked across the bridge. Now there are over 20,000 people from all over the country who make their way across the Mighty Mac.
There's nothing else like it. This is the third year we've done it together, and I think we'll continue to do it for a long time. It's wonderful.
As the tradition continues for the state of Michigan, people also create their own. Terry Moore has been participating in the bridge walk since he was 3 years old, making this his 61st walk.
Oh, you got to come up and do it. You got to put it on your bucket list. It should be on everybody's bucket list to at least do it once.
As Terry continues his traditions, others are just starting. What are you looking forward to on the bridge?
I'm very happy because I'm looking forward because I think that I'll make it across.
While the celebration of Labor Day continues, it is important to know the history of who made the bridge happen.
The strength of our labor unions, the point of pride for the state of Michigan, for our economy, and for our country. They represent the best of this country. Hardworking people, teamwork, tenacity. These are the kind of things that we want everybody to embody.
The Mackinac Bridge Walk is not only a tradition for Michiganders, but it's a tradition for families all around the country. In Mackinac City, Megan Huiskens, 9 and 10 News.
Right off the top tonight, an 8-year-old boy on what was expected to be his first day of school hit and killed this morning in Grand Traverse County. Right now, details are limited, but we know the boy was hit around 7:30 this morning by a Traverse City man. The crash happened in Kings Court at Ray Boulevard and Charles Place in Garfield Township. And that's where 9 and 10's Megan Huiskens is. She joins us live with the latest in tonight's top story. Megan?
Adam, I'm at Kings Court Mobile Home Park where the crash did happen. There are not a lot of details, but law enforcement did say that after they arrived, the driver and officers performed life-saving measures. The boy was taken to Munson Medical Care Center where he did pass away. Now police are spreading awareness on driving safely.
The best thing is always to be on the defense, and the best way to be on defense is, like I said, to have your both hands on the steering wheel and try to block out whatever distractions are present within the vehicle.
As accidents continue to happen, police say the importance of spreading awareness is key.
You just want to always, like I said, drive as if your kids were present or someone close to you that would have young children.
And with the school year beginning, there are more possible distractions on the road.
Especially with the smaller kids, some of these larger SUVs, pickup trucks, you can't even see them above the engine block itself.
Police say parents need to tell their kids to make sure they are using the safety measures needed to get home safely.
If you have kids that are at bus stops or walking home from school, to stay on sidewalks, to cross at only clearly marked intersections with stop signs.
The initial investigation does not indicate speed, drugs, or alcohol were involved, but local law enforcement is still investigating the cause of the crash. Live in Grand Traverse County, Megan Huiskens, 9 and 10 News.